Hey divas, it's me, Cairo.
And me, Sera.
And welcome back to another episode of
Exactly. Yes.
You know the vibes, you know the tea. This is episode 2. I'm kind of gagged that we've got to episode 2.
It's a big achievement.
Honestly, the amount of podcasts, well, we'll get into it, that I've done that have just not come out. But this episode, I feel like the audience needs to know who we are.
Who we are, what we do, where we're from, where we're going.
All the tea. So we're going to do a bit of intros, talk about drag, how we got into drag, all that good stuff. So you girlies, guys, non-binaries, all of you know about us and everything about us and how we got into drag and to be these beautiful creatures we are today.
Creature? I beg your fucking pardon. I'm going to watch your mouth, girl. You're going to fall out by episode 3.
It's a key. It's a key. So let's just start right off the bat. I don't know the question. The question...
How do you know this?
I was at the funeral.
And you remember that?
Yeah.
How do you know this? Because I got pictures at the funeral, I think. How do you know this?
So the first question is, when did you start drag?
Oh my god. When did I go to uni? 2017.
Gag. So you started drag in 2017?
Yeah. I had seen Drag Race and I was like, wait, that's sickening. So I was doing my little side job, my little side hustle at Tesco.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Mama's got some money. I'm gonna splash out on a £25 lace front on Amazon. Ooh. It was a little pink bob. And I didn't know it was pink. I thought it was blonde because I'm colourblind. So I was going around, everyone was like, oh, you look gorgeous in pink. And I was like, no, that's not the colour of the outfit. Like, I thought I had a white top and I thought it had been changed colour in the wash.
Right.
No, it was the wig. And I just started wearing that shit not to college. At college, I got it. And I started doing it and I was like, It was very, like, CD down. And then I went to uni in Brighton and that's where shit hit the fan and I started performing.
So did you start drag in Basingstoke?
Kind of technically, yeah.
Gag!
In my bedroom, me and my ex, I would just buy it and some of his friends were like, I can do makeup. They couldn't.
They couldn't?
They could not. But they would put me in some kind of makeup and be like, yeah, put the wig on. Go on. Put it on. And they put the wig on.
Fierce. Fierce. Did you do gigs in Basingstoke?
Well, it's complicated. I used to go out all fruity and I was sat in a Weatherspoons in a Nicki Minaj H&M collab fur coat in a pair of 8-inch pleasers. And some guy came up to us and was like, you're the gay, right? And I was like, what's gonna happen here? What's gonna happen? And then he was like, oh yeah, I'm doing nights in Reading called Pussy's Bow. Do you do drag? Do you wanna come? And I was like, well, I could. And he was like, yeah, I'll book you. I was like, mind you, I was sat there as a boy in fur and heels. And he was like, you're a drag queen. Come on.
You know
so he booked us for that. And then there was the odd thing in Basingstoke, but I've done like 2 shows in Basingstoke and it was awful. The people are diabolical. It was at some pub.
Oh.
And it was really fucking awful.
Is that where Jess works?
Who?
Jess?
No, that's a
okay.
new venture for that pub. I swore after 2018 I would never work in Basingstoke again.
There's not a drag scene now, right?
No, just me.
Who was doing Pussy Bow though? Like, who else other than you?
Sheer.
Oh,
Which is why I was gagged. I was never invited back into the Reading scene until I was like, wait, hold on.
She was doing Pussy Bow?
Yeah. She was doing... She did a whole number where it was performance art. At the start of the show, as everyone was walking in, she was on stage, led down on a chaise longue. And that was their number.
I see it.
They were...
I see it for that.
I feel like there was someone on stage and there was some, like, goings on. But I was like, I don't have time. I've got to get ready. I was like, I need to look sickening for this.
That's the key. So then you moved to Brighton.
Yeah, and they used to do Lip Sync for Your Life every Tuesday, hosted by a cacophony of cancelled people. But most recently, the icon Terrace Mongardi.
Yes.
Baby hosted it. Baby from Drag Race. She hosted it. So she used to have a fucking time watching me flail about on stage. Girl, she'd be so supportive, and I really do appreciate that. But she would also be, I don't know if I can say, I don't know if I can say she was high as fuck. I can't really say.
She's sober now, though, I think. Gag.
So there was a lot of divas that have gone places that used to host that, and it was interesting. I used to have to get blackout drunk to go on stage, and then slowly I'd be less and less drunk as time went on. The performances didn't get better.
Yeah.
It was really... I mean, I thought I was changing the game. I didn't wear a lash until 2020, I'll tell you that much.
I used to always think, no, I don't need lashes.
I was like,
You girls, I don't need that.
And people used to tell me, oh, you've got really nice boy lashes. And I was like, I know, I do drag and I don't wear any. I gagged them a bit. I remember someone commented on one of my posts in 2020, someone from the scene that I really respected. And they were like, you look gorgeous, hun, but the no lashes upsets me greatly.
That's okay.
But then I didn't have like a drag mother or someone to mentor me and tell me what the fuck to do. Also, in that picture, I had taken lashes with me and I couldn't get them on. And I kept saying to people, like, how do you get lashes and I can't get them to stick?
Yeah.
And everyone was like, oh, you'll be fine. Because it was a pageant.
God.
And they were just like, good luck. And I got eliminated. Round 1 in that pageant was looks. And I got eliminated in that. I got a gown off ASOS. I spent £70 on a gown.
ASOS Luxe. Yeah, they got the Luxe version, girl.
And I gagged. I really thought that I was gonna like go through win that shit. Because at the time, it was start of 2020. So my mix was Stupid Love had leaked. So it was a mix of like, you know Jeffree Star after all his shit got robbed?
Right.
Him talking about, oh, this is the biggest robbery in my life. It was those clips cut into Stupid Love. And Chase Icon was just coming on the scene. So it was clips of her being like, Sarah, they fucking stolen my music.
Gag.
Everyone gagged for the mix and I just wanted to perform it. It was going to be so fucking stupid. But then I couldn't ever perform it because lockdown happened and then the album came out.
Who won that year?
This wasn't the big drag pageant.
Oh, okay.
This was my uni had a drag society and did a pageant.
Okay.
Mixed Sussex.
I was thinking of like writing drag pageant.
Yeah, really no, I've never competed in that because that's far higher level than I was at the time. I know you get some chop pose in there, but it's not like.
I was gonna say someone's name, but I'm not.
Yeah, we're not gonna out nobody, but you do get some chop pose in there that immediately get eliminated. But I thought at my uni pageant they're all chop pose. Like there were maybe 2 that were any good, and they didn't win.
Any of them still do drag?
Just me. The lone survivor.
I know that's right.
No, I think there's a king that sometimes does drag, but it
just pops up from time to time.
Yeah.
There's loads of people like that. Like when I started drag, there's loads of people that like, I don't know if it was COVID or just people lost interest in drag, but you know the people, they just pop up from time to time. They do a gig out of nowhere, they're performing like London, you're like, hey.
Yeah.
And then you won't see them again, and like 2 years later they'd be like, ooh, catch me at the Divine. And I'm like, gag.
So when did you start drag?
I like to lie.
I know, I've heard the last, how many years have I known you now? 4 years?
Since like 2021, 2022?
I think I've known you 4 years, and in those 4 years you've said I've done drag 3.5 years. The whole time through, it's now at the point where you've been doing drag less time than I've known you.
Yeah, there was a time where I was saying I've done it a year, and that went on for a good few years. I started drag in realistically 2019. Yeah, 2019.
Okay. Yeah.
I had no idea what drag was or anything like that until 2018, I think. Because Justin Bieber had shared a meme of Jasmine Masters being like, do you not smell that shit on your breath?
You don't taste that shit that's in your mouth? Because
I had no interest. My friend Alex is a key. I haven't seen Alex in years. Hey, Alex. Alex is not watching this.
Alex will not watch this, no.
Fuck.
But if Alex does watch this, he will drag us both for how we look right now.
But he was like, he's been watching Drag Race probably since like the early seasons. Yeah. And he was like, watch it. I was like, no, drag queens are really annoying. I used to always be like, I used to just not like drag queens.
Case in point.
Yeah, I've kind of become the villain of like my childhood. My childhood villain, is me.
Reading books to your former self. Yes, wake up.
The Protectors are right. Do you know what I always used to sing? There was a chant. Not for kids. Drag queens for adults. That was stuck in my head for a
You
hot
were
minute.
doing that when we went to film Queen of the Universe.
Yeah.
You were just chanting that in public. When we were in full face on the tube, going up the escalator, you kept on chanting that. That was fierce.
It's a key. It's from like a viral TikTok of this girl who's just like dancing in front of the protesters.
Yeah.
No, but he was like, watch drag, and I was like, no, I like think drag queens are really annoying.
Yeah.
Which I don't know why, because I had no exposure to drag queens before.
None
that.
at all.
No.
Is it you that said you didn't know about pantos?
Yeah, I didn't know about pantos.
You didn't know about anything to do with the culture, and that's a gag. Because we were auditioning for something that talked about pantos, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. But I had never been to a panto. I'd never even really heard of a panto until a few years ago. Yeah, so I had no idea what drag was. I'd seen like cross-dressing, like, it's cancelled
From
now.
who?
Little Britain. Little Britain
Oh.
was the closest I knew to like any drag, and that's cancelled now. Or like sketch shows like Catherine Tate, Dawn French.
Yeah.
Harry Enfield used to get up in drags and do stuff. But I like
Butch Queen.
T.
Yes.
And like Kevin and Perry Go Large. Kathy Burke.
You used to watch Kevin and Perry Go Large.
Yeah. And then Harry Enfield.
My grandparents used to say something about me and Kevin and Perry. And I don't know what the fuck they were on about.
Kevin and
God,
Perry
you're
was
younger
huge.
than me.
I used to love watching that.
You're a fool.
And like, Kathy Burke is low-key a drag king, when you think about it. Cause
Yeah. I'm not gonna think about it, but go on.
Perry is played by Kathy Burke, I think. Anyway, or Kevin, I don't know. No, I think it's Perry. And yeah, I had no exposure to drag. Didn't know it, but he was like, watch Drag Race. I was like, no. And then I saw that clip of Jasmine Masters. I was like, wait, I can get behind this because this is really funny. So then I started, and I think either season 8 or season 9 was airing. And I started watching it, and then literally the year after I started drag. Yeah, and there was not much going on. The Oxford scene at that point was the Oxford Drag Collective, which we are now like producers of.
Cheers.
I know, that's right.
Period.
But at that time, it was produced by other people, and they did a show once a month at the Jericho Tavern, which I think that venue's low-key cursed. Because every performance I do there is a heap of shit. And it's like numbers I've done elsewhere, but it just goes wrong. Like when I did that eyes number, I don't think there's any videos of it. Have you got a video of my eye falling off?
I don't think so, but it was. If I find it, I'll put it in. But it was so funny.
Like every number I do there just goes wrong.
Because you turn around and shake your ass, and there's two giant eyes, one on each cheek, and they just start like. But one had just fallen off before you turned around, so you turned around, and it was just one eye, and it was barely spinning.
I've done that number loads of times. Only went wrong there, and.
But you got a custom look for that now, anyway.
Which I need to actually perform in that at some point. Maybe brunch.
You did.
I'm for Halloween, but I'm like, I should do it more than Halloween.
Work.
Low-key. Saying that to say, Jasmine Masters actually got me into drag because I found her really funny. I was like, okay, I'll watch Drag Race. Started off with the season that was airing, which I think was either season 8 or season 9. I feel like season 9 was just coming out.
Yeah.
But season 8, a full season was out, so I watched
Do you know
that.
how I found out about Drag Race?
How?
Tumblr.
How? What was on Tumblr?
I used to see, you know, All Stars 1 Untucked?
Mm-hmm.
And they're all ganging up on Mimi. That used to just show up on Tumblr all the time, all these gifs. And I was like, well, who the hell are these people? And then I found out about Drag Race, and season 6 had just come out.
Yeah.
So I'm quite old. And then season 7 was about to start airing, so I binged all of it. And then I was up on Tumblr, and I couldn't find All Stars 1 for years. So I kept seeing these things, and I was like, what fucking season is this? Could not find it anywhere. But yeah, that's why at school I was like watching Drag Race, and I started to, you know, talk about shade and reading, and the girls picked up on it, and then we were all like kiki-kikiing. But it was, yeah, when I got to college I was like, okay, let me buy a little unit.
Gag. Okay. No, I literally was not exposed to any Drag Race till literally season 8 or season 9.
You weren't a Tumblr girly? Not a super who looked diva?
I used to be retweeting. What's the repost called? It's not retweeting, that's Twitter.
Repost?
Reposting some.
Reblogging
some X-rated shit on there.
Yeah.
And then they banned porn, I think.
Yeah, that's
and
when
then I was
everyone
like,
left, yeah.
I'm not doing this. But I never saw Drag Race on there. It was literally just.
If you were just looking at porn, then
men fucking on men. That's literally my whole thing. But
that's your whole thing.
That was
Cairo and Sera, my whole thing, men fucking on men.
And then they got rid of it. But yeah, so Jasmine got me into drag, started drag, Oxford Drag Collective. They did a show every month. But back then, like, they had these really strict rules. It was like, you have to go on the door at one show, and then you have to come to rehearsals, and then you can perform. So I did all that. I performed in 2019, Mary J. Blige, Just Fine. I don't know how I did it. I don't know why.
Was that your first performance?
Yeah.
Please tell me there's a video. I need to see a video of that.
There may be, let me have a look. There may be a picture somewhere. I was wearing a horrible wig by Wigs by Riley. No shade, they're fierce now, but back then,
Yeah.
we were all new to stuff. Let me have a look. There's no picture anywhere. But yeah, and then I went to uni. Well, I was already kind of at uni, and I started the Kiel Drag Society.
Ooh.
Because I was like, I'm not going to be in Oxford all the time, so there's no way I can stick with the Oxford Drag Collective. Plus, they're only doing stuff once a month.
Thank you.
Eh? Plus, there's like no way, because I was living in Stoke, which is fucking miles away. There was no way I could stick with the Oxford Drag Collective, so I started my own thing, Kiel Drag Society. And we did 2 shows, and then COVID happened. So then I was just locked in my house. But I was hustling during COVID though.
Oh, yeah, when I first met you, bitch, I googled this bitch's name. She had been everywhere. She'd been on all these podcasts. You were in an article on the Tab, which several of those people are now on Drag Race. Several of them have quit drag. And you're just the one left in the middle.
Literally.
That was fucking wild.
Yeah, I used to just message places being like, I'm a drag queen, really passionate, but I can't get out because there's no gigs.
Yeah.
Mind you, I'd done 1 gig. No, I performed once, and I hosted a show at uni twice. So 3 gigs. And I was messaging these people being like, I'm really established and I would love to. I got on BBC Radio Oxford twice. I was in the Tab twice. I was on all these podcasts of like random people.
Yeah.
Because I would message you and just lie.
And then before I met you, I was gagging because I was like, oh my god, she's fucking gorgeous. And then I met you in person and I was like, I'm furious that you actually look that good in person. I literally said to your face, I was like, oh, I'm so mad. Why do you look this good in real life?
I think the only thing good about COVID was that I was just practicing makeup every day.
Yeah.
Staining my eyes. My eyes were red every day, but no one saw it. But just like, because I could never get eyeshadow. Like with makeup, eyeshadow I can't.
Yeah.
Now I'm okay. But like,
no,
I could never get eyeshadow down.
I can't get any of it down, girl. I do what I can to be in drag and look like a drag queen rather than...
You've got a stamped face though. You're not someone who's still trying to find their face or like, oh, I hate this.
No, I know there's a lot of girls that are still trying to find their face, like, around us.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're pretty locked in on what we do. Although you change your face every week.
I do, although I'll stick with this for a little while.
Yeah.
For a little while.
I think by episode 3, which we're filming in half an hour...
It'll be
a new face.
It'll be someone new. But that was like, I could not get eyeshadow down because like being a little like I was like doing makeup anyway. Like I remember.
We're gonna have to bleep that. We can't. We can't say on YouTube.
Oh my god, I have a story.
Our swearing is not good, let alone. Yeah,
I have a story.
Yeah.
This is kind of wild, right?
Okay.
So
let me get my drink.
Back in like 2000 and it must have been 11 or 12. This is how I got into makeup, right? I was still in contact with my dad, still seeing him all the time. And I, like, was... When did you start growing, like... This is just context. When did you start growing, like, chest hair, leg hair, like, armpit hair?
Oh my god. How the fuck do I know that?
This...
Like, 11?
Right. So I started growing
Puberty.
it when I was, like, 12, 13. And my dad was like, there's something wrong with you. Why are you growing hair this quick? I didn't grow it till... Because he said he didn't grow any hair till he was 18, which... I think
That's
he's a
a
doll.
lie.
I think he's a doll, low-key. Because if that's the case, your body was telling you, like, get on those puberty blockers.
You think your dad is a doll?
I think his body was trying to tell him. And he was like, no. Because he was saying he didn't grow any of that. So he used to make me shave all my body. And I was like, I don't want to shave. Because back then, like, I was like...
You were a bit low-key back then.
Yeah, T. And so...
You're telling a trans girl she's low-key.
So I had, out of protest... This will make sense. Out of protest, I was like, I'll shave. You know what I'm also gonna do? I'm gonna shave my eyebrows off. So I shaved my eyebrows off too. I was like, you want me to shave everything? I'll shave everything. So when I was like, I was either in year 8 or year 9, I shaved everything off, including my eyebrows. And I realized, oh, I want to go to school.
Were you bald-headed too?
No, I didn't go that far. But everything...
You fumbled it, girl.
To be fair, I should have listened to him, because I probably should have kept shaving when I was like 12 years old, because maybe my hair wouldn't grow back so quick and I wouldn't have to get laser. But he was fucking, he was just a weird control freak. Anyway, so I shaved everything off, and then I was like, oh, I've got to go to school and I've got no eyebrows.
Did you have to learn to do them?
Learn how to draw eyebrows on, yeah. So I kind of knew from there how to do all makeup except eyeshadow. I couldn't get it down because I was not an eyeshadow gay. Like,
but your brows go back fast.
Yeah, T.
They, like, you can shave them off today, they'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah, T. That's why I used my natural was today. I was like, I can't be bothered. But, wait, where was I going with this?
Talking about doing makeup.
Oh yeah, so I had like, when I first started doing my eyebrows, and I was like, oh, add foundation, concealer. Like, I knew contour, all that. I knew all that stuff. Eyeshadow, I was fucking shit. Let me see if I can get some pictures. And we'll put them up so you guys can see. But my eyeshadow was terrible. It was one thing I couldn't get down. I couldn't do natural eyeshadow. I couldn't do drag eyeshadow. I couldn't do fucking anything. Like, I was... You'll see right here. I didn't know what I was doing. I really couldn't figure it out.
You're such a key. You posted that?
Yeah.
To your friends?
Yeah.
You said, huh, look what I did.
I literally could not figure it out. So during COVID, I learned all of that. So when we're out of COVID, I was somewhat polished, but I had no performance experience. So girls were like, oh, she's fierce. And I'd get on stage and I'd be like, ooh. Ooh. Gosh. I had no clue what I was doing.
Were you trying to do Trixie?
Yeah. Little bit.
You're fucking foolish.
I will put the picture there. I'll screenshot it. You guys can see it. But yeah, I had no idea how to do eyeshadow. So I learned that during lockdown. As soon as we were out of lockdown, I started literally like, because post-lockdown, I'd finished uni, I'd graduated. I started performing just here, there and everywhere. Starting off with some bits in Oxford, but mainly Reading, which is where we met.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is, I think it's 2021. Or it might be.
I'm pretty sure, no, it was 2021.
So I had only started gigging in Reading because my undergrad's in law. We do a whole episode in education. And I was going to do a master's. My law girls will know I was going to do the LPC.
Yes, oh my god.
Thank God I did not do that.
Oh.
That's the course that like qualifies you to be a solicitor. I don't want to be a solicitor. I want to have a key. The people
You
that
don't even
work
want to do law at all.
No, fuck law. And I was like, fuck law, steal. No, actually, I was not gonna say what I was gonna say. I was gonna admit to my crimes, and I was going to do that at Reading University. Got a place, everything. They then emailed, which was a godsend. Like, I think a few weeks before, being like, oh, not enough people want to do this course, so we're discontinuing it. I was like, oh, okay. So they stopped doing it that year. But I had already got in contact with the Reading Drag Society.
Yeah.
And that's how I got the gig at SOS, which is where I met you.
Work.
Yeah. Because I had met Diabeatrix. And Diabeatrix got me the gig at SOS.
Work.
Yeah. Shout out Diabeatrix. She's still around, you know. I saw her.
I see her TikToks all the time.
Yeah.
Literally, anytime I go on TikTok, it's like, look at this. Because she posts non-stop. I don't ever open it. So then I'll open it, I'll be on For You page. And it's just hundreds of videos of her that I've not opened. It does the same with you, to be fair. But yours are like...
Mine are kind of nasty, low-key. Follow me on TikTok. I post shit.
Yeah.
Shit. I don't put any thought into it. You see like Plastic Shower doing all these like hyper things.
Yeah.
Mine's just record.
Just yours are usually just like Instagram stories.
Yeah, too.
You got a nasty one of me on there from our last brunch. You fucking bitch.
Oh my god, should we put it on? Should we put it right here? She was a girl, he was a boy. Cannot make it anymore.
Showing up off yourself.
I was so drunk. Oh my god, do you know that other one? Have you seen the other one where I'm talking to that girl in the pub?
Yeah.
And she's like, them people, them. I love brunch. Come to our brunches. But what was you going to say about SOS? Because that's where we met, right?
That is where we met, yeah. Yeah.
So SOS, so from Reading Drag Society, performed at SOS for the first time.
Then we went to, there were some competitions at Bar 77 and you were going to be judging one. And then we went out together.
Yeah, we did.
I came up to Oxford, met you for like a coffee or something, which is fucking
Costa.
bizarre. I don't do that, you don't do that.
No.
That was really weird that came about. And then we went to London together to watch a different drag competition, which was interesting. It was quite something.
Oh my god, yeah.
And we watched that, because you said you were like, oh, this is really exciting, I really want to see this, like I think it's going to be cute. And then after that, you then judged me in that competition. You said that, you know, you scored me well, but one of the judges wanted to fuck a different contestant, so gave 10s to that contestant. And then, yeah, from there we've been working together, like, all the time.
Yeah, pretty much constantly, I would say.
Especially because I drive. That's the one good thing. You can be an absolute chop ho, but if you drive, bitches will book you, because they want a lift. They need to get to the gig somehow.
Although I don't think I really did that. Another girl did that a lot. I don't think I did that.
I think there's a good few bookings I had just because I drove. There's been a lot of them. But the ones in Oxford, I think you were just like, oh, it's nice to have drag friends. Like, it's nice that there's drag up here.
Literally, because Oxford, there was nothing. I mean,
Oxford, there still is nothing. The thing is, if you go to Oxford for a drag show today, we produced it.
Yeah.
If you see any drag in Oxford, we either produced it or we know about it, and like, we're very much in everything because there's not really any drag here. There's not really any scene.
Yeah, and I think now that Miss Singh has left, I think literally every single drag show.
There's a karaoke that we don't book, and that's it. Yeah,
and those queens are not from Oxford anyway.
Yeah.
Although, Miss Cindy Lamoy, she does Oxford every now and then. I guess I don't.
Very rarely.
I have nothing to do with that. Don't put my name on that. That's not but there's like other things around that
but they're very like few and far between.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, our shows are few and far between. But
the 2026, I feel like it's really busy because we do brunch.
We got 3 brunches this year. No, 4.
4.
We got 4 brunches this year. We have got 6 spud shows this year. Possibly 7.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're doing for Christmas and everything this year.
We've got a November show and we've got a December show in Jericho.
Work.
The Curse venue.
So we've got shows everywhere, all the time. And I heard you might be bringing back the open mic like once every like 6 months.
Maybe.
Potentially.
Maybe. If I have a quiet month, I will bring it back. But I don't know. But yeah, like everything, and like bingo, Spuds, which is the cabaret show, brunch,
One Night Only featuring Niall Bella.
One Night Only, which is our club night. Hopefully there'll be more club nights to come because I think that's where everyone is at. They're at the club. Yeah, we literally do everything. We literally do everything. Like any uni gigs, which are kind of very far and few in between.
Yeah.
It will. Yeah, one of us will be there.
Someone told me they had a Lady Gaga night and then they came to Plush afterwards because I host on Tuesdays during term time. And they came up to me and they said, oh my god, why weren't you at the Gaga night? And I was like, bitch, book me. Like, follow me, book me, whatever, I'll be there. And they were like, no, but the act they had, horrendous. Awful. I was gagging because, like, I said I'd happily be there, I'd happily do it. They were like, no, they had this awful person doing it.
Wasn't this thing from Pride? Oh.
They had some, from what I could tell, they had some nobody doing it. And no one, everyone left early. Because that event was meant to be going on till like midnight and everyone was at Plush by 10.
Yeah.
They were fucking over it.
Yeah. That's the thing with the Oxford scene. They don't really... The people of Oxford don't know about Jack. They don't know.
They don't know Janaya.
They don't.
Ooh, she don't know Janaya. Right. Like, we get down.
But yeah, we pretty much do everything.
We cover every demographic. We do shows in theatres, we do shows in clubs. We've done brunches, we do different hosting gigs. Anyone that wants to see drag in the city has had the opportunity. Any
Yeah.
demographic we've been accessible to.
Yeah, literally. But yeah, we didn't start that way at all.
No, it took a long time to get there. Because you are like mother of the Oxford Drag Collective. How did that come about, you taking over ODC?
Okay, so when I first started drag, it was run by other people, but post-COVID, a lot of them had either graduated uni, because a lot of people who do drag in Oxford are only here for uni, so they fuck off after like 3 years. And then, after COVID, I think a lot of drag artists, I don't know if it's the same with the scenes you were in, but there was those people who were like, I can't be bothered now. I don't want to do drag no more. Like,
we lost a lot of queens in Brighton.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I, after uni, left Brighton because in 2020, the housing people were like, yeah, you can just move out and then not pay for the rest of the year.
Okay.
And then the year after, they were like, okay, it's going to be fully remote. So I just went home,
Yeah.
which meant I couldn't do drag anywhere except for the Reading scene then, which is
Yeah.
why I started messaging Sheer and getting back into all that scene.
Yeah.
But a lot of people quit. A lot of the baby queens that I knew, that I was in the drag society with,
Yeah.
or all of them had pretty much quit. Like anyone that I did the pageant with has basically quit drag, and they did it after COVID. Meanwhile, in COVID, I was still a chop hoe, but doing my best to get better.
Yeah.
It was a really difficult time because, like, I would then go back to Brighton on a random Tuesday and be like, right, I'm going to lip sync, I'm going to see this person, that person, all the typical.
I low-key remember
and
that.
there was no one there. No one that I knew. It was a whole new batch of baby queens, and then Tayrus would be hosting, and she'd be like, "Go, I ain't seen you in time." Like we'd have a
Yeah.
tea, and that was about it. There was just nobody that I knew. There still is nobody that I know, really, because even that batch of people has now fucked off too.
Yeah.
And a lot of them quit drag because it's when you finish uni, you've had your fun. No one is as fucking unwell as us to continue it afterwards.
Yeah, like loads of people quit, and so someone else in the collective, Professor Elfrida Nipple.
Here's shout out Frida.
Yes, she had taken it over, but she has a full-time job. Drag's not her main thing, so she couldn't really keep up with stuff. So like someone else has stepped in, and like a lot of, I don't know, I just felt there was a need for someone else to step in and like answer emails, get on top of stuff, because like I'll be in the middle of work and I'm like, I can't be asked for this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do drag stuff. I'm gonna answer all the emails, pay all the invoices. Like I'm on it when it comes to drag, I feel like.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how it came about. But also there was no drag in Oxford. It wasn't like I was like fighting other people for the...
This was around the same time, wasn't it? That a new bar had opened, and we all got a lot of experience working there. I'm not a huge fan of that venue, but I know that working there it gave a lot of experience that I otherwise wouldn't have gotten. I wouldn't have gotten better at drag had I not been doing it every week.
I think that venue, gig, whatever, even though it was awful, people are horrible, but I actually think that like it helped me with talking with people, because you'd have to talk to people all the time, because when I first started working there, and probably when you first started working there as well, we were told, okay, go around and talk to everyone.
Yeah, it was just mingling.
Yeah,
because they had so many of us. Yeah.
We were told,
you'd be talking to somebody, and then they would look over at you. It's like, well, this is what you told me to do, girl. I'm here talking. I can't start a convo, then fuck off, because you've told me go mingle with someone else, but then you're going to make me move back. Mind you, there were only like 10 customers in there. I've spoken to them all.
So I think that kind of helps with like hosting and stuff, because you can talk to people, make connections with people. I don't know if I really made like many meaningful connections, but you know, you got to talk to people, speak with people, communicate with people in drag, put on like the persona, I guess.
Yeah.
And then I also low-key feel like when I first started working there, I was a mess. I could not put outfits together. I didn't know what to wear. I was panicking all the time. And now it's just like, girl, I got my dressing gown on. But now it's just like, it's easier to like get ready. Like I remember back then when I first started, you took me hours to get ready, hours to think of what I was going to do, what I was going to wear. And I feel like doing that every week.
Yeah.
It kind of built.
It helped with hosting as well, because like you get to know so many people. We got to see every week, you know, the other girl doing her thing. You saw what didn't work and you could improve on it. You know, and I think it did kind of push us as well, because we were really like disregarded, thrown to the side. Oh, you've got no presence. None of you are any good. Like, no, that's real though. People would say that shit to us, and it's like, okay, well, what? like, we're doing so much in this club, no one's respecting anything that we do.
Yeah.
And it was just very frustrating, and it was like very much, well, I'm gonna get better and just be like, fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm actually sickening. And then look at us now, we're the only drag in the scene. We're running
Literally.
the whole of the Oxford drag scene.
Yeah.
And they can't book a Friday night act.
Yeah, literally. And that's key. All those, the experience helped me, but the people are trash. The people are trash. The people that run it are trash.
Yeah. I will say, I had a key. A time was had.
Yeah.
There was a good portion of it at the start where it was really fun. It was before they got too much, and we would drink on shift.
Oh my God.
We would, you know, you got very familiar with the parks down the road. You know, it was a good time.
I'm a hiker. I like to hike, I like to walk. And so I did.
It always reminds me of that sketch in Little Britain with the, you know, the Prime Minister or the MP explaining what he was doing.
Yeah.
Whenever you're like, I was taking my dog out. And he's not been out all day. I was up in the field, I fell down in the bush, my trousers got caught. What was I gonna do?
Yeah. Low-key. Kinda was that.
Yeah.
It was really fun. Oh my God, when we were doing like viewing parties as well, because we used to do Drag Race viewing
Oh
parties.
my God.
I used to be drunk Thursday to Sunday.
Yeah.
Every week.
Yeah.
I would not be sober that whole time. And I would never get a hangover either. That was kind of fierce.
Yeah, no, I think we really had a time at those viewing parties, because what season was that? That was season 4, because Baby was on it, and I was like, that's my girl.
Yeah.
She doesn't remember me, but I remember her, so that's my girl.
Right.
And we would do these viewing parties. The two of us sat on a stool each on the stage, holding a microphone each.
Yeah.
Watching Drag Race with, we had someone behind the bar. And it was a Thursday night, so all the students would come out, but they'd come out midnight and later.
Yeah.
They would not, like, they would be told, oh, do a show. And it's like, for who? It's you watching.
Yeah.
That's it. There was that one time we had a fucking key though, because it was there was a couple that came in, and it was just the couple in the building.
I
and the guy
remember.
was like,
I
well,
remember
she
we did a
really
show.
likes drag, she really enjoys it.
Yeah.
And then we did like Cupcake Wildest Dreams remix as a duet.
Yeah.
And she was on
Yeah.
she was crying with laughter, and I was like, we did nothing. I could have just
remember
played her
that.
the song, she'd have reacted the same.
Yeah. Do you remember, I used to do the Whitney film mix in that venue, and there was one diva behind the bar, I can't remember her name, but she used to always go...
Because it was so badly mixed. I had to like manually change the levels as it's playing because you didn't mix it right.
She used to go... Ooh. Because it's the girl screaming.
We need to put in the scream. It's bad.
Yeah, we'll put a little clip. But it just...
Does that stick with you?
Yeah, it does. It does. I can't remember her name. I really can't remember her name. Jenna.
Oh, Jenna! Jenna was in my audition tape for Drag Race one year. Because, you know, I did the segment where I was like, yeah, talk shit about me and I'll put a nice subtitle. And she was like, serotonin. And walked out.
Oh, serotonin is a fucking bitch.
She was a key. I just wonder what she's up to.
She was so
'Cause I
fun.
actually really got
I
along with
live
her.
for her.
But
Shout out Jenna.
yes, I do live for Jenna.
She's one of the only real bitches. One of the only bitches in this place that I respect.
Literally. And she wasn't even there for like, when I came back, because I had quit for like a whole year, then come back,
Yeah.
she was already gone. She was not there.
She was only there a few months.
That's so sad.
Most people that work there are there for a few months.
Yeah, too.
We haven't said the name, have we?
No.
Good, okay,
Bar
I'm
redacted.
Okay.
But yeah, it helped with experience and stuff. And then like, post Post-King Post-King.
It's fine, I'll bleep it.
I just said it. Post there though, I started, to be fair, my drag's all over the place. Because I remember I had got a residency in London. Taco Queer, which shut down. Gone, RIP. It was actually a fierce venue to work in. I actually lived. But I had got that in the midst of working at Bar Redacted. So then that's why I was like, oh, I don't know if I can be here all the time.
Yeah.
But then I feel
But
like
they just started cutting girls. They started just being like, okay, no, we only want 2. Now we only want 1.
Yeah.
And now it's like, it was a whole shit show in the end. So we had to find other work.
But like, I feel like there's a progression of like new to drag, doing drag competitions, getting gigs like that. Mine was not like that because I was doing residencies and then still doing competitions and stuff. I was still trying to get
But
my
you were
own
just
out.
having a key.
Yeah,
But I think it's you were joining new scenes as well.
yeah, literally.
Like you'd already done the Reading circuit, you were then like,
Yeah.
hosting stuff there. You'd done the Oxford circuit, whatever there was of it.
Yeah.
So then you were hosting, and then to get into London, I mean, to get into London drag, you have to work for free everywhere and anywhere.
Yeah.
You can't do anything in London and get paid for it.
I'm kind of comfortable where I'm at London. Like, I don't work in London a lot, but I usually have like 1 gig a month there, and that's fine with me. I don't want to deal with you divas more than that. No shade.
There are lots of competitions that come up in London, and I'm like, oh, I could probably do this, but like, do I want to be travelling down every Thursday or every Wednesday? And then the show's going to run late because the hosts are running over. Like, the last time I did a competition in London, it was great, and I was using it mostly to socialise.
Yeah.
Because I was, like, having my friends come down, they got to see me perform, it was a good time. But I know I was dog shit, and I wasn't going to get booked. Like, they were sat there actively laughing at me.
And I think that's literally what they do to most of the girls. Because none of the girls, even the winners of these competitions, think of any drag competition in London, they don't get residencies, they don't get booked a lot.
The winner of the competition that I did told me that it was meant to be cash and gigs, and they said, no, we don't want to book you, we'll just pay you cash and make up for the gigs that you would have gotten.
That's a gag.
And they booked the runner-up instead for all those gigs.
Ooh, that's a gag.
Then the runner-up quit drag.
That's a gag.
She's back in it now. She's back now.
She is. Because she looks kind of crazy as hell. Because I had seen she had come back. Her comeback was in a competition.
Yeah,
Which, what a trajectory. That's fucking wild. But her comeback was a competition. I was like, hey? I was like, this looks like a baby queen.
Yeah.
But she had not been in drag for so long that she must have just forgot her tricks. And she didn't even win that competition either. She got eliminated. So, yeah.
Were you there for the final of that competition that I did?
No.
Because in the final lip sync, she pulled out a sash that had runner-up for every competition she'd ever done. Because she was always a runner-up.
And she got it again.
She got it again.
Damn.
It was kind of fucking fierce.
The London scene though, like, there is no point. If you have gigs elsewhere, there's no point trying to break into it because there's loads of girls that live in London who can't get any gigs. And
I
they
know a girl
go to
that
every
was,
competition.
there was a girl doing a gig for £50 at a Slug and Lettuce, and another girl came and was like, oh, I'll do it for free.
God.
Completely undercut her, took the night, did her own thing, and was working for free, just to be like, well, I have a London residency.
Ooh. God.
I don't like the girl that lost the residency, so I don't feel bad for her, but
Guys.
it,
Yeah.
it's so cutthroat out there. People say to me, like, why don't you work in London? That's why. I'm
Yeah.
not fucking with these bitches that are gonna, like, it's not that deep to me.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy drag, I'll put on my own shows. I don't need to be going in and undercutting girls to get a booking, and I don't need to be spending 10 weeks going there for the chance of winning a £1,000 cash prize. Girl, you can pay me £100 a gig.
Yeah.
Minimum.
Literally.
I'm not going there for the chance of getting a low fee for performing.
Yeah. I've thought about Drag Idol. That might be the only other competition I'd do.
I wouldn't do well in Drag Idol. I don't have tricks and stuff. Like, I know I'm a very mid-level drag queen. I'm not sickening. I'm not terrible. I'm kind of alright. I can entertain a crowd. I'm not Drag Idol. Oh, she's playing the
Some
violin
girls
and
have
she's
made it far in
riding
Drag
an
Idol.
elephant and she's throwing fire at her pussy. I'm not doing none of that. So
Yeah.
I'm not really... I don't have the...
I think it's all about your set, because some girls that have made it far on Drag Idol... I know a girl that made it to the semi-final who is... She's interesting. So, honestly, because Drag Idol is weird, because they do it in loads of different venues, and it's judged by different people, and there's probably loads of, like, political things going with
for
each
sure.
venue too. So, it's kind of wild how they all do it. But that's the only one I've been tempted by, because other than Drag Race, Drag Idol, the prize is actually pretty sickening.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you get a gig in every single venue that's sponsored Drag Idol, which is, like, all over the UK.
Yeah, for sure.
But who cares? Who really cares? I'm really not asked about doing competitions. The last competition I did was Bohemia,
Work.
which I won,
Yes.
which was fierce.
Yes.
And then before that was BNDM, which I got to the final of, but I didn't win that. I did not win that.
A Brighton girl was going to win that.
Yeah, T, there was no way. Because I think I was the only one that wasn't Brighton based. I was like...
I'm going to put in the video of you beating...
Oh.
Your fake ass applause.
See.
I'll put that in here. That was sickening.
But did you do like many competitions?
There weren't many when I was down there.
Did you like in total? Have you done many?
I think I've done a few competitions. I've done a few in Reading, which I don't really count as competitions. That was more just having a key. They really weren't real competitions. And then I think I did loads of Lip Sync for Your Life, but I also wasn't really competing.
Which is now called Titans.
Yeah, it's completely changed now. It's not just lip sync, it's now any talent, any skill. You've got a 5-minute slot to fill. It's like an open mic thing, but then there's the showcase finale and then the winner gets loads of prizes.
Yeah. See.
And I just don't think that... I don't know, something that's that open, I'm probably not going to do so well in as a lip syncer.
Yeah.
Because the girls with more interesting talents will just get through because they want variety. And like, anyone can lip sync. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I did that, not Titans, the lip sync one. And I did a competition in London that you did. And I think that's all of them.
We did 3 in London together. We did 3. We did 3 competitions in London together.
I don't think so.
But something always happened that one of us just didn't proceed because Queendom, Superstar,
Queendom,
Crown.
Yeah, we did do 3 competitions in London together.
We did.
One of them, I didn't get through the heats because no one voted for me. One of them, you didn't get through the heats because the judges had already done your performance.
And one girl who shouldn't have got through had her friend spend £50 on vote tokens, which is wild.
That was fucking crazy. But they made bank by keeping her in the competition.
Yeah, for the
so good for them, I guess.
She was there. And then Queendom, you dropped out.
I think I dropped out because they changed venue and I couldn't get there because I worked on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
And when I finished work, it would have been a stretch anyway to make it happen, but that it was not going to happen.
To be 23 again and just having Wednesdays free. Like, the thought of doing a Wednesday competition now actually kills me. I've got a gig on a Thursday in like a month and I'm dreading it.
Yeah, that's going to be dire.
I'm dreading it. But yeah, Queendom was fun. The Crown, yeah, I got booed out of there. But to be fair, that was like... I want to say The Crown was maybe my 4th or 5th ever time performing. I want to say.
That was Jane's first time ever performing.
Allegedly.
Which is crazy because I had seen her perform a month earlier.
Oh my god. I had performed... Was Reading Drag Society before or after The Crown?
Around the same time.
Because I want to say that maybe it was my 4th time performing, but it could have been 5th. If Reading Drag Society was before, it's 5th. If it was after, 4th.
I never knew that was... You hadn't performed that many times. When we first met, I did not know.
I was just lying.
I'm crying.
Right. Is that the end of it then?
Yeah, we're done. Oh, that's it.
Well, I think we've spoken a lot for the first part of our drag stories.
I think it's time to dive into the vault. Let's go back and look at the nasty, rotted, awful shit that we did back when we first started drag. Let's have a little look.
And I know that's right.
See you next week, divas.
Bye.
Ow, cheers. Oh, gosh. That was shit. That was shocking.